Good evening. This is my initial post for the Muddiest Point blog. In watching the videos that were assigned for us this week by the Ask the Expert videos, the one thing that really stuck out to me as something that was a bit confusing and actually can get quite muddy is the copyright issues. Copyright's a problem that all of us have to face, and the problem is that it's not entirely clear what can be done with copyrighted materials in a online course setting. And the reason for this is the very definition of what copyright is. Dames says that by definition, and I quote, by definition, the U.S. copyright system reinforces a one-to-one correlation between author and work. The system works most efficiently when one person creates an original work of authorship fixed in a tangible medium of expression and receives copyright protection automatically upon fixation, end quote. Now, the problem with that definition is that an online classroom is not a one-to-one correlation, it's a one-to-many. If I were to put materials online, if I was teaching a class and I had 30 students in my class, and that's a 1-to-30 correlation, all 30 of those students would be accessing whatever materials that may be copyrighted that I had on there. So the actual copyright system doesn't really fit the whole online education format. So that can be an issue, that can be a problem that we have to face. Another problem is the confusion that can set in as far as who actually has ownership of that intellectual property. For example, according to McIsaac and Rowe, that faculty who get a publisher and get a work published, and they assign copyright ownership of that work to the publisher, may need to seek permission and pay copyright fees just to access their own work, unless the contract specifically states otherwise. So I could create an original work and I could get it published, but unless I am specifically asking in that contract that I retain copyright ownership, I might have to pay a fee and seek permission to use information from my own intellectual property, something that I wrote, something that I came up on my own, and it was something that came from me. I might have to seek permission and pay fees on that. That is very, very confusing and can be a big issue. A lot of people in academia, they want to follow the law, they want to follow the rules, they don't want to break the copyright laws, but the way that it's set up right now, it just really is not conducive for these kinds of things. It is my personal opinion that these laws need to be looked at, these laws need to be adjusted, and they need to take into consideration the specifics of teaching online courses, because it's no longer just, face-to-face. It's no longer just, okay, I'm making a copy of this and I'm handing it out to my students and that's only for this semester. No, it's online and it's there and it's going to stay there. When something goes out to the internet, it's out there. So then that really becomes a problem. So these copyright laws need to be reworked, they need to be adjusted, they need to be looked at again. That's my personal opinion on this. And I welcome your responses and your suggestions to that. Thank you.